What if we make a show not for the people this time? We make a show for producers and the industry god just like me. Picture this, your employee always at work. Tell me that doesn't sound ears to your music or whatever the phrase goes. I don't read. No leaves, no hobbies, just pure spreadsheet and number all day long. I always wanted to see my employee at work, and in this one, it will be like they can't exist outside of their working hours. This doesn't even sound a TV show now. This is just my dream journal. The employee never know what he's doing at their work or what their work is. So you know what that means? No lawsuit, no complaint, and most importantly, they can't snitch or bitch about the organization that pays them. And most importantly, they won't be able to tell what they did on their weekends to their colleagues. I always wanted to show my employee my dancing and singing skill, but they never come out for my events. So in this one, their bosses will sing and dance for them. It's just pure evil. I always hated my employee taking longer breaks, so let's make the break room like a psychological torture box. Lately, I want to enrich my vocabulary, so just add some large words or big words or huge words. So people who are watching the show needs to open their dictionary. For the lead, let's cast someone who is adorable but seems sad inside. I want a lead actress who can power walk all the way because the hallways are really long. And couple of viral dancing moves for TikTok reels. And there is your show, Employer's Fantasy. Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on the video. Today we're gonna watch honest trailers of the Severance. If you haven't watched the show, please go check out the show. Only one word comes to mind. This show is masterpiece. And you don't want to know what's happening before you watch the show. Don't even watch the trailer. Just go watch it. It's amazing. It's very hard not to binge watch, and ignorance is a bliss, and that's true. Don't watch any Easter eggs or any breakdowns of the show before you actually watch it. And this amazing show, it give it a go. And without a further ado, let's start.
The following trailer is rated S for spoilers.
Yep.
From not Ben Stiller, despite what the marketing claims, and the streamer who can afford to blow $1 billion a year. Because you're
Well, they can afford that.
watching this on one of their overpriced rectangles, aren't you? Comes the series that proves Apple TV has more than just Ted Lasso. They also have the exact opposite.
To the family we're born with, and to the family we make along the way.
Is it true Apple TV only have Ted Lasso? That doesn't sound right. Well, nothing comes to mind too.
I could not, with
Exact
a ring to my
opposite.
throat, be less interested in being your family.
Ted
Severance.
Lasso can't handle this.
Sign up for Severance, a procedure that Peter from Office Space would have killed for.
Is there any way that you could just zonk me out so that, like, I don't know that I'm at work?
I haven't watched Office Space, the TV show.
In here,
All you have to do is drill a chip in your brain. Commit to the social life of a 40-year-old.
That's how nights and weekends feel here.
Like nothing.
And never get the option to leave.
Quitting would effectively end your life. I mean, in so much as you've come to know it.
In Apple's brilliant satire of what it's like to work at the iPhone factory.
That's what it feels like working at Apple. I thought they were talking about Amazon Office. Isn't it same?
Get to know Lumen, a company as inefficient and evil as Aperture Science. They've got whole departments for goat farming.
What is this place?
What is this all goat farming was all about? It just so that Brianna Octard can help Mark. That's what their whole setup for this goat farming, like introducing this goat farming.
Malian's nurturable.
Marching bands,
Those instruments are property of choreography in Merriment.
and playing Minesweeper.
The numbers were scary.
But when they're not racking up
Well, the numbers are really scary when you have to file your tax.
The bill at Edible Arrangements. Lumen is putting the cult in workplace culture.
Key, brilliant one.
The boss showing off their singing skill.
Key.
Where everyone sounds like they were raised by an HR department.
Did you fill out an official request for supervisory interaction?
All those PC talks.
The paperclip was installed back to front.
Upon request, I can also perform a hug.
While being in desperate need of an actual HR department.
They can do whatever with their employee in this show because they won't remember, like they won't be able to tell anything to the outside world.
Hello, HR? I'd like to report a violation of child labor laws.
They're not like forcing you to be here, are they?
And the Civil Rights Act.
Oh,
And the Geneva Convention.
I know. Nobody likes the dentist.
When you need a star who looks like he's lost the will to live, you call Adam Scott.
You think a depressed
He does seem like he's sad inside.
person could make this?
He plays Mark, whose outer self is on a mission to save his real wife, while his inner self is on a mission to pork his work wife. Dude, how can you have resting depression face when that's your roster?
Well, he don't know anything about the inside in his defense.
He's joined by Dylan, Zach Cherry's second big
If you don't know, he was in Spider-Man Homecoming. He's the guy who, I think, told Spider-Man to do a flip.
nerd stuck underground role,
That is a positive spin to put on it.
who
I think he played the same role over here.
works for the same reasons kids play ticket games at the arcade.
Including the erasers, finger traps, caricature portrait.
Then there's Irv, a man who sounds like poo
Correct.
Or wiggle it.
and hallucinates goo while having a PG romance with Captain Coons.
I'm so glad this isn't HBO, or we'd be hanging dong by the copy machine.
Yow!
And of course, Kelly. Britt Lauer puts on a masterclass in playing a woman who trusts nobody and a woman who nobody trusts as she plays a game of wits between an 8th generation Nepo baby and someone who was literally born yesterday.
I am a person. You are not.
Only one way to resolve this problem: strut.
Which song is this? Staying Alive would have fit much better.
Follow this fearsome foursome as they learn that Lumen is lying to them.
Nothing down there is what they say.
So they vow to rebel.
Let's burn this place to the ground.
And how they did this? They work overtime. Sounds really stupid, but it was amazing.
Search for a hidden room to stage an escape.
She's alive!
Then come back to the office so the show can keep going.
Macro
And I'm glad they did that.
data refinement. Welcome back.
But as season 2 goes on, thrill as they learn that Lumen is lying to them.
This is the tallest waterfall on the planet.
Vow to rebel.
Please, please.
Search for a hidden room to stage an escape. Then decide to come back to the office so the show can keep going. Please try to enjoy each season equally. You don't actually like change, do you?
MDR.
True.
Together again.
Crushing their hopes and dreams are the heads of Severance. The severed heads? The bad guys. There's
The bad guys,
Milkshake,
severed
a
heads.
smug motherfucker whose whole paycheck goes towards putting that shit on. Cobell, a true believer who's just as likely to explode with scary rage as scary laughter.
Are you mad at me?
We serve here, you child!
That's how my wife laughs at my joke.
And the hero's own selves, as each person's work half screws with their outside half's personal life.
Respectfully request that you don't follow me there and use my own body to cheat on me.
Careful, innies. Don't cross someone who can eat Chipotle and leave you with the consequences.
Who was that?
So enjoy a show with a refreshingly honest message
Work is bullshit.
that explores our dehumanizing work culture and gives us hope there's a way to fight back,
Maybe we should work together on this.
but mostly frustrates you with an endless chain of mysteries, like if J.J. Abrams wrote The Office.
What is it we actually do here?
What even are these numbers? How many departments are there?
Probably 30.
5.
So what are we, like a
Spoiler alert. I didn't get the numbers logic either. They tells she mentioned that it's his wife, but I didn't understand how. It just they just setting up some new consciousness or new ED. They're constructing that. I don't know.
rental company?
Why are you a child?
Who the is Dieter Egan?
Where the are we?
What the happened up there?
What the is this all about?
What the
That's
is this?
what we all
is
were
that?
feeling.
What the is going on? What the is going on?
What in the f***ity
What the
What the
What the
What the What the
I'm so confused.
Answer my questions!
Here's a fan theory for you. They're making it up as they go along. Starring. Are we earning funds yet? Cocktails? Woo! John PTO. To Helly and back Egan. Won't you believe my neighbor? Assistant to the Regal manager.
My wife.
Only one reference that I got from the office.
Sister Tact. Called Classic.
Goon.
Okay, Mr. Walken, if you insist. If child labor is wrong, I don't want to be right. The GOAT when it comes to beating men to death. When your friend picks odd
The second reference that I got. Brian.
job.
You dick.
Boeing.
Perfectly normal.
And is this show smart, or do they just own a thesaurus?
Fetid moppet.
Yeah, that's what I felt when I was watching the show. I was feeling like, let's open the dictionary first before we start the new episode.
We have decided to spare him knowledge of this contretemps.
All these big words.
Devour feculence.
Can you please just talk like a normal person?
9 to 5 to 9 to 5.
True that.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was guided to Lumen's store by Jesus.
Oh.
Is that so?
Nobody with the Jesus.
That's the one.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Well, the honest trailer was funny, hilarious, but most of the time I don't get their references. Like, I'm not sure where they pick from. That they should, or it's not their fault. Like, I didn't grow up on watching all the TV shows or movies that they referred, but I don't get couple of the reference. But that's fine. That's what it is. And while watching the show, one thought that suddenly hit me while watching the show, like when they go into the office, they forget everything off from the outside and they will come back, they forget all everything from the inside. What if that's life? Like when you born, you don't know where you come from, and when you in the end you won't know where you're going, and in both scenario you won't remember what's happening. And maybe that's what life is. You just have to be here, feel uh, feel every emotions, and that's what I felt while watching the show, that this is very great comparison for life. Like you can easily make sense out of it. That's what I felt like. I'm not sure about you, but the show is awesome. If you want to watch it, please go watch. And I'm waiting for the season 3. Hopefully they don't just stretch it as long as they have stretched other shows. 3 or maximum 3 season, or 5 season, maximum 5 season. Just like those, I think the German shows like Dark. 3 seasons should be enough. Otherwise, the quality will degrade. I hope they only do 3 to 5 seasons, and that's it. And the premise of the show is really awesome. I want to know more about them, what's going to happen in new season. I'm not sure when the new season will come out, and I'm looking for that. And if you enjoy the reaction, please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.